Okay, High School Musical Town. If you don't know what that means, go and check out Tessa's video that is linked directly below me in the doobly-doo. Guys, High School Musical Town. Once I heard Tessa utter those words, my mind was flooded with ones and zeros, and by that, I mean I have some ideas. I need to preface this by saying I'm not a theme park guy. I went to the Magic Kingdom once in 2015. I've never been to any other Disney park. And my knowledge of it primarily comes from the videos that fellow VEDSies make. So I'm not saying these are going to be good ideas. I would argue that High School Musical Town is a bad idea in and of itself. Disney doesn't need to pander to millennials. They got millennials in their grasp, in their grubby little mittened paws. They need to be making things that appeal to Gen Z and Alpha. But High School Musical Town. So I'm not saying this is a good idea. I'm saying it's my idea. When I heard those magic words, this is immediately what popped in my head. Okay, so High School Musical Town, not what it's called. What's it gonna be called? I don't know. But it's gonna be themed around High School Musical 2 and the country club that all the kids work at in High School Musical 2. One, because High School Musical 2 is the best High School Musical movie. Two, because it is outdoors, you can walk around, it's slightly more exciting theming than a high school. Every attraction would of course be based around a song, and here's how I think it's going down. We'll start with the shows, because obviously there are shows. There are two of them. One is at kind of just a generic open stage, and that's just going to represent the ending of the movie. And that one would be, full cast, big energy, really fun, fireworks at night maybe. It would also be the most uninteresting one because it is just a stage. But our second one is going to be more interesting because that one is in the restaurant. Okay, so High School Musical 2, the kids are working in the restaurant and they have a little stomp song where they sing about worker solidarity. The restaurant in this park would have, kind of like an open kitchen where you can look in and you can see them making their food. But every 15 to 30 minutes, all the kitchen staff will break out into a rendition of that song and other songs as well. Don't you want to see the cross section of people who are talented performers and willing to work in food service perform Me Espresso in a musical, High School Musical 2 style? Of course you don't. There would also be mini golf and batting cages. I don't know if that is a thing at any amusement park. I mean, I'm sure mini golf is, but batting cages? I don't know, but batting cages are fun. Why not? And it's based around the best song in High School Musical, which also at the big stage, there would be an I Can't Dance show I don't know how often shows go. I imagine that's the show that happens in the day, and then the big finale show happens at night. But yeah, we got batting cages, we got mini golf, but we do need rides, unfortunately. I was thinking about making a roller coaster solely based off of the lyrics Soarin' Flyin', but I'm 83% sure that there's already a roller coaster in Disney World that is called Soarin'. So maybe they could just build the park off of that and retheme it to be High School Musical 2 themed, but I think that's a stretch. So instead, we're gonna have water rides. Because the pool is such a big part of High School Musical 2, there would be two water rides. There would be a lazy river that's based off of Fabulous, where all the floaties are sparkly and pink and you're being pampered. It's great, and maybe Ashley Tisdale's there. Sometimes. She's never there. And the second one would be based off of the big finale song, which I'm forgetting off the top of my head. Fake fan, I know. That one would be a more energetic ride. Okay, so High School Musical, the country club from High School Musical 2 land opens up at, honestly, all of the Disney Worlds. I don't see why they wouldn't open this up from Tokyo to Anaheim. Is Disneyland in Anaheim? I don't know. It opens up. It's a smashing success. Smashing. And the one criticism, which is fair, is that there's no high school in this High School Musical land. So we are expanding it and we're building East High, baby. East High is great, and we're getting our first walk-around character, the mascot. because I don't know how you would do walk around characters with this, but like there's a mascot, there's a literal mascot in the movie. I mean, I don't think attention is ever drawn to the mascot. There's the mascot. That's a walk around character. But also in the high school, there are 2 shows and 2 rides. The shows are themed around stick to the status quo and get your head in the game. Get your head in the game is like a basketball tricks / music show. It's like the Harlem Globetrotters, but with music. And stick to the status quo is basically just themed off of stick to the status quo. Maybe it's the cafeteria could be a restaurant, so we could keep the theme of having restaurants where we force the staff to also be entertainers. I also think it would be cute if there was like a talent show portion where like kids talked about their talents or niche interests, but there wouldn't be kids here because this park would only appeal to people my age. And then the 2 rides are based off of High School Musical 3 songs, which I don't know the names of because fake fan. One would be Troy's big song, you know, where there's lightning and the basketball's dropping and the set rotates. That would be like the roller coaster. The other one would be like more of one of those typical, you're just kind of going through and it's just the movie, like the Little Mermaid ride or the Snow White ride that I think was there when I went to Magic Kingdom over 10 years ago. And that would be based off of the Sharpay song where she's singing about making it big in New York or whatever. And all I remember is that there's like really impressive like sets and everything. And I think that would make for a fun dark ride. And at the top, there's a botanical garden because there's the garden on the roof of the school that Troy and Gabriella go to. And if you want to expand even more, you could do the junkyard and do a Boys Are Back ride. Basically, you can't do a ride off of the first movie. The first movie is not exciting enough to do a ride, but it does have 2 shows. Man, such a bad idea. Glad I could excise it out of my mind. Anyway, see you next VEDS video.